We'll lose the credit, lose the buyer, lose the housing industry. The realtor who's saying that. Well, enjoy this number you're seeing while you still can. Existing home sales jumping 10% last month, the second month in a row we've seen that. But just as the housing market is trying to regain its footing, will the President's Debt Commission squash the recovery by squashing a very popular tax deduction? It's got realtor Dolly Lenz very, very nervous. We should explain, Dolly, for those who don't know, that the Debt Commission, among the many things it's looking at to raise revenue for the government, is to close or wipe out that deduction. What would it do?
Terrible timing. Couldn't be worse. It will make everybody run for the hills as if they're not already running for the hills. It really, really a bad move. Even to float the discussion has everybody all nervous, has people changing appointments, has people doubting if they should keep a contract. You know, everybody factors in the mortgage tax.
Well, did you have any clients today saying, am I hearing this right, or what?
Well, yeah, I had many clients call me today and say, well, okay, I factored in my bid that I would have $1 million, 1.1 if you ate it all up, mortgage tax deduction, which in New York is all used up, the 1.1. Right? And well, if I don't get that, my buy versus rent scenario totally changes. I'm redoing my numbers, and maybe I'll resubmit. And I said, wait, hold on. I don't think anything is going to be passed. I'm hoping nothing will be passed. It's just being floated. And just
but they have talked before about staggering it, right? That, like they not too many years ago,
right,
they reduced the limit,
or like the restaurant deduction,
to $1 million,
right?
And everyone thought that would be the death of the vacation home market, and it really wasn't. I mean,
well, during a strong economy, you know, when that market was going straight up, nothing would be the death of it, right?
Right.
I mean, you know, it was free money.
So that was just a blip, didn't make any difference.
Exactly. But here, where it's so fragile, I think is where we have to be super careful to even float it. Forget pass it or consider it. Just floating it is making people nervous.
But, you know, you're an interesting egg in this basket because you have argued against any artificial
yes,
methods to keep
yes,
the industry going. That is, housing incentives, stimulus, rebate checks, all of that stuff. You've been against that. But you're for this. What's the difference?
I'm for this at least now. Okay, if you said to me 5 years from now we'll consider phasing it out, we'll consider having a flatter tax or even a flat tax, we'll consider a whole package of changes, then I'd say that's different. But I think to target this now when the economy is so fragile and the real estate market in particular is so fragile, it's a huge mistake.
Do you think housing has gotten a special treatment in our tax code? That,
without question.
You know, car guys envy and a lot of other vendors envy, and they say, well, play fair and remove that for housing.
Without question, housing is the sacred child, so to speak, right? And this deduction has been sacrosanct, but that's what it's been. That's what all our numbers are based on. And to change it and go full swing around is going to change everybody's consideration of what they're doing.
How likely do you think this is?
I'm hoping not likely.
I know what you're hoping.
Yeah. How likely do I think it is? No, I don't. I think there'll be huge protests. I don't think this will happen.
Does that tell you that they're more willing to counter those protests than take on elderly Social Security recipients?
Right, and doing some sort of means test, you know, which I think might be an easy way to start.
Well, you and I would never see Social Security by that, man.
Exactly. Well,
okay.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't mind you.
I don't want my children.
I don't mind you giving it up.
Yeah, I don't want my children supporting me. No.
Really?
Yeah.
I do. So I do. Dolly Lenz, always good seeing you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One of the most successful brokers in the world, Dolly Lenz. Quick programming now. Speaking of all things Washington political.